So yeah, after that, we went back to my house, which we were here for a little bit. Did like a stream practicing. We're only here for like a day. I'm pretty sure this is one I stayed at Dom's place because I was tired on the way back. So we left extremely early because after playing with Void, I went to sleep for like 12 hours or something. But got to my place, streamed like on one day, and then got ready to go to Philadelphia for CEO. But pretty much day zero was just got there, got to the airport. The airport in Orlando only lets you take Uber Blacks, which are more expensive because it's basically a limousine, almost. So that was expensive, but we split it. We ran into Arturo Sanchez actually, and he split it with us. So that was interesting. Just like, hey, you guys go into the tournament. I was wearing a Big House shirt, so maybe that was why. Because I don't think Dom or Styles said anything that made it seem like, but maybe just approached us anyway. But Arturo Sanchez talked to us and took a cab with him back to the place. And him and Styles were talking about Street Fighter stuff. I talked to him a bit about it too, because I follow Street Fighter 5. So we talked a little bit about that. So that was interesting running into him at the airport. It was like at Big House, I ended up running into Oh, I remember what it was. I never actually told the story on YouTube at all. I don't know if I told it at all, like in a recorded thing. But it was like on the way to a Big House, I was laid over in... It wasn't Florida. I can't remember where. I was in a layover. But I went over to like just waiting around. I saw a guy sitting there. I'm like, oh, that kind of looks like Hungrybox. And I looked again. It was actually Hungrybox. So I'm super nervous. I'm not really good at talking to people. I've gotten a lot better since then because I've talked to more Smashers. Even at CEO, I went and actually finally introduced myself to Nairo because I hadn't done that yet. So I did that and we talked for a little bit. But went up to Hungrybox and introduced myself, talked about Smash 4 a bit. But because of that, after we got off the plane, I was getting my baggage and waiting around. He's like, hey, do you want to split a cab? So split a cab and stuff to the place. So that was interesting. And then at Big House, I was playing with Shofu and he sat down and played friendlies with us because me and him were actually in the same pool, opposite sides. But that was funny enough to meet Hungrybox in that sense. It's cool of him because he's really nice and stuff. But yeah, I'm super shy. Anyway, after that, I actually realized that Dom and Styles are actually in the same hotel as me because I didn't realize that at first. But they were rooming with, it was Dom Styles, Hydroxycuts, and Trainer One are all in one room. They were actually directly below us, and it was me, Aaron, Mint Cario, and Kami Cario, and Domino. We're all in another room. So that was also pretty nice to finally meet Aaron in person for the first time because if you've known and watched my streams since it starts, you know how much Aaron helped me out way back when I was starting streaming with running the lists and everything. So it's really cool to finally get to meet Aaron in person. We had a fun weekend just hanging out in the room playing because we actually had two setups in our room because Domino brought his and a monitor and I brought mine and we used a TV room. So we had two setups so we could practice Pokken in the room since me and Domino both in Pokken. We both wanted to get ready for that. And that actually got Kami interested in Pokken again because he was on the verge of selling it for a while because he wasn't really playing it because he didn't like the online or didn't like ranked. But playing with people in person he really liked because he played a lot, especially with me. Because there's a story about that later. But with day zero was mostly that. We went to Uno's and ate, and we just played in the rooms and just hung out. Shofu came by for a bit, and we just played. And that was pretty much it. I went to sleep. So day one, Mint and I had a pool at 12 p.m. for doubles. So we got up and go to our pool. Played our first round. We hadn't really teamed before. We were still doing good, still getting some decent stuff going. We won our first round 2-0. And Mint did one of his classic, I bump into the stage and die. I'm like, okay, look, it's all right. We got this. Come on. Because we did Falco Lucario, but it still worked out well. And then after that, Mechos couldn't make it because another thing that happened. This happened to Juan as well. He got screwed over really badly because there was a storm or something. A lot of flights got messed up. Shaky didn't even come. Mechos couldn't make it to... I think he made it. I don't even know if he made it. I just know he couldn't make it. Actually, I don't think he did. I think he got held up and had to go back. So, because we had to play Mechos and Waldo. Again, if you remember the KTAR part, because I wanted to play Waldo. I said I didn't want to play him in this way. So, Waldo still did doubles because he paid for it and still decided to do it. So, it was me and Mint 2v1 versus Waldo. Waldo was still really good. But it was kind of an unfortunate thing. But we got to play, just not really in that sense. And would have liked to play more, but there's a reason we couldn't, kind of. We'll get to that later. All right, so we play versus Waldo, and then after that, we played Day and Static Manny teamed together. That was actually that was tough. Like, we were doing all right versus them, but like not all right enough to win, and they had better team synergy, so we ended up losing that. And they got third in that pool overall, and we lost there and then lost after that, so we got ninth in our doubles pool. Wasn't bad. I'm pretty sure that bracket has predicted is doing worse than that, but wasn't bad for first time teaming. It was pretty fun. My Smash 4 singles pool was at 8 p.m. So after doubles, I went back to the room and actually just laid down for a bit. And I met up with Hack, and he's like, I can lay down at your place. Like, sure. So I went back to their place, laid down. Because it's just like, we're going straight from doubles at 12. It didn't end till like 2, by the way, because it was running so slow. And then I had singles at 8. So it's like, I want to lay down for a bit, make sure I'm ready. But another things I can talk about between that space, because nothing really happened there. Like, went back to the room. A bunch of people from Styles' room were up in our room just playing, so we have 2 setups, so I didn't really mind. I just laid down. But the Smash 4 space was not large enough. Like, we'll just start there. Like, I'm definitely going to hit this later, so maybe I'll just save it for that, but it was just definitely not large enough. In terms of the stream area, there are basically 3 streams set up. Far left could be Melee or Smash 4. That's basically the main Smash stream. And the center was Pokken. Now, Pokken did not run at all on day 1. At all. So there was nothing there. And in the far right was the side Smash stream. So it was Smash 4 doubles, Melee, whatever. Now, something that didn't make sense was when Smash 4 was happening, and like, Smash 4 obviously was hype. Like, we got there for doubles. We're waiting around watching Acid play one of his matches. And we just hear a bunch of people rush into the room from Florida, like, Prince Ramen just 2-0. Just shouting it, because it's a Florida tournament. So they're all going to get... That's how Florida is for all the games, honestly. And then you go and look in the main room, and occasionally there'd be 2 screens for Melee. Now, you might think, oh, it's Melee, it's fine. Smash 4 had the most entrants at this tournament, period. Why did it not have more space given to it, if that's the case? Another thing that annoyed me is, like, we're waiting around for doubles, and, like, when I want to, you want to watch someone play, you want to watch your friends play, or maybe, you bought a spectator pass, because they sold those, and maybe you bought it so you can watch your friend play, not watch the stream. But when you're in the room to watch people play, they're like, oh, if you're not competing in the tournament, get out of the room, because Smash 4 is in this, it's why I say medium-sized ballroom, it seemed like a small-sized ballroom, honestly. It didn't seem like a medium. It seemed like they could have maybe done something more, but like, it's a ballroom, not super large. Basically, like, if I'm thinking a full ballroom is like a fourth of a ballroom. One end is Smash 4 that had 900 entrants, by the way, all on one end. Yeah, like, there was, let me think. There was about, well, I can just look. I have the brackets open here. So there was 6 pools, right? Each pool had 4 setups. I think I'm like, oh, that's fine. Now, you think about, there are 6 pools, but there are 6 waves. So there's 32 pools total, 4 setups per pool, 32 people per pool, top 2 get out. That's nowhere near enough setups. It's not. Like, not at all. And because of that, there was basically no friendly setups. So Smash 4 is on one side. Pokken is, like, stream and friendly setups were in the middle. Pokken didn't have an all day one, so it was all just friendlies the whole time. Just dead center. And then on the other side is Melee. So see, I don't even go to the Melee side, so I don't even know that much about it. But, like, there's no space. Not at all. C1 Smash 4 is, again, the most entrants at this tournament. Why does it feel like a side event? Get to that later, though. So yeah, a big thing is just like a lot of upsets were happening. That happened. I went to sleep, woke up. Oh, Trella lost to this person. Or no, Trella lost to Jade. And it's this big thing happened. And then Ally lost in pools too. Just like huge upsets left and right. So like, you're thinking about this, to you, this is like, if you're like low to mid tier player. It's like, this is the tournament of dreams. I remember like when I talked to Void before I played Pink Fresh, it's like, this is the tournament of dreams. He's like, yeah, for you. He's like, I just don't want to see more upsets, because he knows the people that are being upsetted more than I do. But for me, it's like, this is, anyone can win. You go out there and win. Now, I learned that's not the case, but anyone can win. So skip forward to, go to Kami's pool first. I forgot about that. So watch Kami and Mint's pool. But Kami's pool more so, because like they're happening around the same time. I still watched some of Mint's matches, but I couldn't watch both, and they started calling my matches immediately. But Kami played a Zero Suit Samus named Bloss. Now, I saw the person, he seemed familiar, but I wasn't sure, but I was pretty certain. But he fought him, and then basically, pretty sure Bloss won game 1, Kami won game 2. Game 3, they went, or I can't remember, but it went to game 3, and Bloss picked Dreamland, which like I said, I played him, so I knew he would pick that because he picked it versus me. And with the Dreamland pick, Kami got him, was doing well. He messed up a side B, which would have killed. Picked the wrong direction, so he lived. But Bloss was alive to 150. And then up beat Kami, and Kami died at 70 after the kick. I mean, he plays Lucario, so he does that to other people, but it was kind of like that unfortunate thing. But the funny part about that is that I was right, and I did play Bloss at Pound. But the difference is, I won. So Kami, if you ever watched this, gotcha. Of course, nothing against Bloss. Definitely put in the work to make it past Kami. He was definitely not doing this. When he played me, he did a couple unsafe things. I punished him because he would do up tilt a shield a decent bit, but I didn't really see that against Kami at all. Maybe just more prepared for that, because something he basically pulled a buzz. After game 1, he opened up a little purple folder and had just notes on Kami, what he would do. That was interesting. The man came wanting to win his pool, and it paid off. It was hard work, definitely paid off in that match at least. Something I want to forget. I forgot to mention from day 1. Was that when we went to get our badges, actually, which was nice at CEO, the badge was fast. A lot of places you go get a badge, it takes ages. At CEO, it was just fast. Went in, got the badge, was done, moved out, carried on about the day. But when I went there and got a badge, the person at the badge counter actually recognized me, which, if you know me well enough, I'm still not used to that. I'm not used to being someone people actually see and say, oh, you're McDareth, right? I'm like, I'm having a decent bit at CEO, so yeah, being on other people's streams and the webcam thing is helping a bit, but it's I'm not really used to that. Another thing for us, CEO actually had a place called Jabali Land, which is an arcade, they had DDR and a bunch of arcade machines set up in a room. I didn't go to it myself because I kind of wanted to, but I don't know, didn't make an effort to, so I just didn't go over there. But it seemed like a really cool idea. I didn't check it out, so I can't give you first-hand impression of it, but it existed. Also, in the picture of the badges, what you should notice is not the Buzz and Vinny in the back. It's the two, in the front, my bad. It's the two in the back. That's actually Domino and Aaron. It's funny end up being in that picture, but they were. But yeah, other than that, day 1 was just watching matches, upsets, and all this other stuff. But the end of day 1, we went back to the room and we were just playing. I don't know, but I forgot something actually. So actually, I went to watch Hack, because Hack actually made it out. It's pretty cool. And he timed out a Twin Link player who timed him out before, and he was committed to it. So that was interesting, because really for 6 minutes he did nothing but fire. Not 6, 4 minutes he did nothing but fire fireballs. But they won. That was really cool to see him make it out of his pool. And after that, we went out to eat. I went with Hack, Acid, Animated Elf, who's Acid's girlfriend. I'm pretty sure it's Grace. Could be wrong. I'm pretty sure. I'm so bad with names. I feel bad if I said that wrong. I'm pretty sure that's right, but I'm so bad with names. I'm sorry if that's wrong. Pretty sure that's right. Couple of Nakat subs or Nairo subs. Paradin, Nairo, Gunblade, and some Apex staff members went to was it Johnny Rockets? I think it was. I don't even remember now. No, Red Robin. Went to Red Robin. Yeah. Well, that was fun there. And then Gunblade remembers me. I actually ran into him for Glory one time, then met him at a tournament later. But like, he remembers me. He still does the whole, is that the legendary McDareth? Because every time he's being Nairo's stream, Nairo would go, is that the legend? Which doesn't do this much anymore because I was like, I already understood what he was talking to. It's like, it's not used to this. So we were there, and then it was it was like you're talking about, and he said my name on the other way of the table. I'm like hello, on the other side of the table, and then Nairo was like, wait, where? Because at this point I never introduced myself to Nairo, but I was there and I was around. I just never said who I was because like I'm shy, man. I overthink stuff and I'm shy. So that, yeah. But he compared me to someone from the brawl scene. I can't remember the guy's name. I probably should remember. Like, you're the new of this guy. He's quiet, goes to events, plays a low, not one of the best characters, but he's a really nice guy. But he just like, you'll just see him at an event, you won't know he's showing up. And then later, Gunblade told me that he actually uses me. Like, he uses people on Twitter to find reference on characters. So for Falco, he looks at my Twitter because there's a bunch of stuff on Falco. I always felt pretty good to help in a way. And then we actually waited for Nakat and went back to our place for a bit and played. Like Nakat and Hack were practicing, and I just did like a set with Nakat before they left. That was the end. Oh no, that wasn't the end, because then we switched to Pokken because I was like, the guys, like, Hami and Mint went to go get something. There's like a bunch of Shofu subs were hanging out in our place, and I'm pretty sure maybe I shouldn't name names. I'm gonna forget names. I'm terrible at names, but it was nice meeting you guys. If you see this, I'm sorry if I forgot a name, so I'm probably not gonna say names so I don't forget, because I probably will. It was cool to see you guys, and I just told him, like, yeah, when he gets back, I want to use both the sets to play Pokken, because our room was also 2 a.m. Then my mistake was I was actually up playing Pokken with Kami most of the night to prep for the next day, because I really wanted top 32. I felt like I could do it, so I was practicing. And then I went to sleep, and I overslept. My pool started at 12. I woke up at like 12:07, and I was like, shit. Aaron got me up. I was like, oh, it's 12 o'clock. I'm like, wait, what? I got up. I was like, shit, got ready, and then I started just running to the venue, and it's like, yeah, you're already DQ'd. I'm like, crap, maybe I'm still in losers. Let's go over there. Let's get there. And I was still there, and I realized Domino was around. He was like, here at the issues, and he was like, he told me, like, yeah, they were counting your name down. They said, like, oh, you have 30 seconds. Like, he's on his way. He overslept. Just give him some time or whatever. And they gave me time, so I got there for losers. And I was like begging the guy, like, is there any way, if you haven't played the next match, I could do it? It's like, no, you're already in losers. Can I just do it? It's like, oh, all right. So I sat down, played the first guy, played Pikachu. I beat him, but like the first round I lost. And I was like, okay, I shouldn't have lost this. Like, getting a little nervous, a little on tilt, but like after I pulled that set, like that first match back, I was like, okay, and I won the next one. I was like, okay, I can do this. I was nervous though, and Aaron was nearby, like cheering me on. I was like rounding up my controller and putting it away, and it's like my hands were shaking trying to wind my controller because like I'm super nervous now. It's like normally you have an extra chance. I can feel confidence. Now I have one chance. That's all I have to make top 32. I got to run through everyone in this bracket and make it. But I felt like I could do it, and I was just like nervous. My hands were shaking, trying to put away my controller. She's like, calm down. She like grabbed my hands and held them because like I was like glad she was there because I was definitely in a bad state trying to make that work out. But thanks to Aaron for being there to help me out. I still really appreciate that. Next match was I think she went Weavile. I think Aaron told me, like, when I was setting up to pick the next person, picked my next character, she was hovering over Suicune, and when I picked Blaziken, she picked Weavile. But like I practiced that for his Domino, so I was fine with that. So I beat her. Next person, and then he was like, I'm about to get up. He's like, nope, stay there. Next person came over and played. I'm trying to remember where in bracket that was, because I don't believe it was already at the point where I played the person I should have played around 1. Oh, it was, because someone got DQ'd. So yeah, that's right. So then I played the person I should have played round 1. He played Chandelier. I lost the first game, won the next 2. Like after I beat him, he was like head on the table, just sat there for a bit. It's like, well, I don't know what to say. I just try to say good game. He just sat there for a bit. It's like, well, Okay, then. Stayed there. Next person came over, another Chandelure player. Lost the first game again, won the next two. Then I played DJ Hoshin actually on stream. So like I was happy at that point that I made it to the point of losers finals and I can fight to make it the top 32 after how I messed up. But then on the stream match, and I mean I haven't watched it yet, I need to, but like I could hear Shofu and Domino yelling to me because my thing in most games, I like to pressure someone on their shield. I like pressuring it, forcing an option, and punishing it. Sometimes just grab them. Just grab them. It makes your pressure stronger later on, but sometimes I forget that in wanting to pressure them over just get the grab that I'm looking for anyway. So for him, I definitely could have grabbed him more and gotten more openings. Or spaced my flare blitzes a little better because I got hit a bunch of times trying to set it up at bad ranges, or I could have just jumped over what he was doing and punished. I messed up. So I didn't make it the top 32. Well, technically I did because I later found out when we went to get food at a steak place after that, we watched a couple matches before. We watched a match that definitely should not have happened. So, Cyberman, if you remember from the earlier video, he got second at Apex, but he was seeded, basically, he was unseeded in pools and had to play Goichi, who was from Japan, who, for your instance, is seed 5 at CEO. 5 or 6. No, it's Goichi seed 5 at CEO. Right now, anyway. He played him round 1. No, round 2 in their pool. Cyberman won. Just think about that for a second. He played him round 2 and won and was unseeded for some reason. C2 in that pool was Esam. Esam did not make it out. But, yeah, so Cyberman beat Goichi, put Goichi in the losers extremely early, which is unfortunate for him. Good on Cyberman. After that, we went to eat, and then I was talking to the Pokken Discord. I was like, yeah, I messed up, overslept, didn't make it. Felt bummed because I really wanted top 32, and Domino got top 32 on winner's side. Actually beat Princess Aura to do that, so good on Domino. Like, I was sad about that for a while, but then someone's like, oh yeah, out of pool H1 is Reflex Wonder and McDareth. I'm like, wait, I lost on stream. What do you mean I won? They told me later, like, yeah, after you lost the first game, they put the point on your name and not your opponent's. Like, what? Because they told us, you sit here, your player 1 sit here, your player 2 sit here. So we went up there, I'm player 1, he's player 2. But they still somehow mixed that up. Whatever. So I actually went back after we ate before the top 32 started and talked to them. It's like, hey, and I asked him for the sheet, and I saw on the physical sheet it was messed up. It wasn't just online. So I told him, like, yeah, I'm McDareth. I lost and DJ Hoshin won, so can you fix this? He's like, oh yeah, we fixed it. Like, shake my hand, thank you. Good sportsmanship and that. Because like, if DJ Hoshin actually just dropped out and then wanted me to go on, sure, I'll take that. But I'm not actually gonna be like, well, they put my name down, so I'm gonna show up when I lost. Like, I don't feel good doing that. I'd rather earn that than get it that way. So he went on to compete in the tournament, and he did well. I think he got 9th, or did he lose right at top 16? I think he made it to top 16. I know he beat Reflex. Did he beat? Yeah, I'm pretty sure him and Reflex did a run back and DJ Hoshin beat him. Let's double check that because I could be wrong. I'm almost certain he played. Oh no, he didn't play Reflex. Who did DJ Hoshin play? Oh, Millen. Yeah, DJ Hoshin beat Millen. Not Reflex. My bad. But yeah, he beat Millen to make it into top 16, but then lost round 1 of top 16. I'm skipping ahead to later on that day, because later on that day we went to eat. I went back to the room because I got up and rushed, so I went back to the room to shower and just relax since I just got up and ran to the venue because I was already late. So I just showered, came back to watch Domino play. Domino got 17th, so he made a good run, but he lost to like Sweet Queen Master and Swillow, are both really good players, so you can't really be upset about that. But sometimes you get the draw that you get, and sometimes you get the person that wins the tournament and the person that helps you train. So that was pretty much most of day 2. Just hanging around, doing that stuff. So went back to the room, played games, relaxed, played Pokken friendlies. Oh yeah, also on day 2, I want to play Millen because I know him from the Pokken Arena Discord, but like I haven't ever actually. I saw him around, but I never introduced myself to him. So I went to introduce myself to him. We played friendlies for a bit, and then I come back and I hear, oh yeah, Larry 300. What? I was sad because like I wanted to see that set because like even as a Falco player, Larry's Fox, like there's stuff you can just learn from watching him play, like different things like shining Diddy's up B, the fact the up B is going to hit him, like he's not just going to fall, he's going to get hit by the up B, so you might not expect that since the up B counts as projectile, so it can be reflected. I didn't even know it counted as a projectile when it flies off him, so like I want to try that with Falco now and figure out if like rundown rising reflector is a decent idea against a Diddy who's like charging up B decently low. Or just like if I'm a stock up, just run down there, kick the reflector at him. He might just die. So like stuff like that. But I went back and watched that set when it finally got uploaded. It was a really good set. It's very enjoyable and fun to watch. That's the thing, is like there were so many, like I watched that. I watched Foe versus Scat because I didn't see that either. Because like I was watching a lot of Pokken stuff or in between and didn't see some of the Smash upsets. But like so many sets of that tournament were super hype that it makes me happy that CEO did the thing it did where it decision for the day 3 spot was given by who had the most entrants, not legacy. Because Evo's thing is, oh, Melee has more legacy. Okay, Melee will always have more legacy than whatever Smash game comes next. So Melee always going to be guaranteed the spot if 10 people show up? Like, I don't know, man. Games like Melee and Smash 4 are super close together, but Smash 4 has more. Still. But it's just like Melee has the Sunday slot because legacy. But Smash 4 right now is definitely more hype in my opinion. Because I don't want to get in a huge thing between Smash 4 and Melee. Because to each their own. But like Melee is the same people winning. And it's like the other people sometimes get close. But the same people are winning tournaments. So it's just a question of which one of these 5 will win. But Smash 4, there's a good list of people that could win. I mean, just look at CEO. Zenodo almost won. Think about that. Zenodo, who's not even top 10 on PGR. I'm pretty sure he's top 20. I believe he is anyway. He might not even be. But the person who's not even that high ranked on the PGR almost won a major that had every top 10 member but Renai. That's huge. That's a huge storyline all the way through. Which Zenodo should definitely have picked up after this tournament. That was a really good run for him. It's just like for a while Zenodo had a thing where he does really well in the Midwest. Well, whenever he traveled out of Midwest, he didn't do as well. But CO is a tournament where he showed up and showed, like, I can do this. Like, I'm a threat. Many people are saying that his Diddy might be better than Zero's. Who knows? The other thing with day 2 is went to the vendors. Me and Mint went around the vendors. So I bought a button for my bag for Blaziken. Because I don't have anything for Blaziken yet, even though like Blaziken is actually one of my favorite Pokemon. That's why I play him in Pokken, because he is one of my favorite Pokemon. Because I was debating originally between him, Shadow Mewtwo, Lucario. I tried training room of all 3, when I actually sat down and started looking at Blaziken stuff, saw the Charge X thing, thought, oh, this is like Zero from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I can charge a move while doing other moves. Although I barely use that move now. But that's why I stuck with Blaziken after that. I thought that was cool enough to stick with him. And then actually day 3, I bought a CEO Pokken controller from Controller Chaos. Because, I don't know, I was like, I like to use black controllers. There's no black Pokken controller right now. They're releasing controllers for characters, but when they'll make a Blaziken one, I don't know. And I'd like a custom one. So I saw the CEO one, like, yeah, they're only making 2 of these. So I decided to get it. On the back, he even says CEO 2016. It's a pretty cool controller, so I decided to pick it up. I'm holding it as I described this. But, yeah, decided to buy that. And they threw in a free hat. Because he's really telling Domino. Because Domino bought, he bought the Smash controller for Cosmic Cosmos. I'm like, and he's telling them, oh, if you buy this controller, I'll give you a hat. But I bought it. He's like, oh, I said I give you a hat. So, here, you can have the hat for free. So, that was enjoyable. That's mostly it for day 2. More Pokken friendlies and stuff. Just we're all out. We're gonna play friendlies. We got up early to go watch Pokken Top 16, which was very enjoyable. Like Top 16, Top 8 was really enjoyable, but it didn't get as much exposure as it did at Apex, which was a smaller tournament. Just because it was on that Pokken channel, like I said before. But like, it's whatever. I missed one other story. So I said Goichi lost to Cyberman. Then he also lost the Catfight because Catfight lost to Kino. So he lost to second place and grand finals at Apex and got 17th. Just think about that. That's what happens when you screw up seeding. But anyway, so day 3, I'm trying to figure out where to start with Pokken Top 16s. We went to watch that. So Pokken Top 16 was cool, and I enjoyed where it was. Kind of the issue was, okay, so picture this. Melee's done. They finished Melee all up yesterday. I didn't even watch Top 8 Melee. I was more watching Pokken and Smash 4. But Hungrybox won Melee. And Melee was done, and now we're going into this room that now has 2 Smash streams and Pokken in the middle. So they put Smash 4 pools on both sides, winners and losers, speed it up, get it through, watch as many matches recorded as possible. I can't remember every Pokken match. I don't really have stories for every Pokken match, but really good Pokken match going through. So we get to the grand finals. It's Suicune Master versus TJ. Now, while Pokken Grand Finals is going on, another match was going on because they're running Smash 4 Top 16 in the same room at the same time. You see the issue here. So during Grand Finals, it's False versus Saj, a Florida player. So that match is going to be loud. There's even cheers like Let's Go False, Let's Go Saj, like rival cheers, which are really awesome. They're cool to hear. But it's going on during the Grand Finals of another game. And that's nothing against Smash 4 players for doing it. I am a Smash 4 player myself. Like, it makes sense to cheer for that match, but Pokken should not have been in that. Like, it shouldn't have been there. It should have, honestly, it should have been in the ring. Maybe it was Nintendo's poll that said, yeah, you can't do this, but like, that's where it honestly should have been, but it wasn't. So that happened because of that. So that's kind of like, that's on the tournament. Like, that shouldn't have happened, but it did. But Suicune Master won Pokken. It's really cool to see, like, Pokken still was really hype at CEO. Really good tournament, really good, like, good matches all throughout. Just, like, Coach Steve was, like, the Chandelier Slayer. Yeah, every Chandelier that was in top 16 to top 8, I'm pretty sure he took out every single one of them because he beat Angbad, beat Catfight, beat Abadango. Beat all of them, straight through. That's also really, I'm pretty sure talking the Catfight, that's one of Shandy's worst matchups is a Garchomp. But still, that was really well run by Coach Steve. And then, so we go speed forward in the day, go eat, come back, get ready for, well, not go eat, I was watching other stuff, but watching the Smash stuff, lost some other people around, go to the main room, see the end of Mortal Kombat, Smash 4 is coming up after, get ready. I was sitting around just on my phone, just waiting, trying to find people, and then like Mars, I saw them earlier, but like, they're top players, I'm just me. Just give them their space. Don't want to be that guy who runs up, just forces his way in. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just chill out. And Mars sees me. He's like, oh, Dareth. Like waves me over, so I go over with them and hang out with them for a bit. I'm quiet again because it's me. But I was talking to Pink Fresh about a matchup. Then he asked me how I think Falco does versus Diddy. So I was telling them stuff, and he asked me Falco stuff. So I'm gonna ramble. I'm gonna ramble on for a bit. So talked to him about that. After Mortal Kombat finishes, we start moving up to get seats. I see Hack is sitting near the wall, so I sit with Hack, and Dom comes over later. And like Smash 4 top 8 starts, and like the entrances start. I'm trying to think, did Anti come in first? I feel like he did. But like Anti's entrance was amazing. The stream you probably could see it, but like he came up there, and like before he went up there, he was walking around in the Smash stream. Then anyone ever changed for a 20? I was like, why are you asking that? I was always odd. But then like K9 gives it to him. But when he goes up there, he was actually using the change he got from K9 as like to rain money on the crowd, making it rain. That was so awesome. This Anti's entrance and everything. That's how you get the crowd on your side. You do something awesome. There's some people there and not everyone in that room watches Smash 4. Like, come on. 900 people watch our Smash, entered for Smash 4. That room definitely sits more than 900. So you just get the crowd on your side. So like, he had a great entrance. Hugo had a great entrance. Most of the entrance were just like, in comparison. Especially Larry just walked up there, didn't really do anything. And then Zenodo had a banana peel, was probably hard to see. But like, those two had really cool entrances. And like, oh, when Hugo, top 8 in person was so great. I loved it. Like when Hugo was playing, the yes chance turned to C chance, and then in between matches versus False doing Olay chants. It was great. It was such a great event, man. And then of everyone who was in top 8, I was very happy that Anti won. Because, like, Anti sold the stage. Like, that setting, he sold it more than probably any other player in top 8 could have. And, like, yeah, Anti is one of my favorite players. So me saying that isn't, like, ridiculous. I mean, it should be obvious if you know about the top 5 meme. Anti at least knows who I am. So, like, me saying that shouldn't be ridiculous. That I was so happy that Anti won. Because, like, of all the players up there, he sold it. Like, you couldn't... there's no pictures of it. Try to find it. But, like, when he beat the Buzz, I don't even know if you see it on stream. Like, he popped off, jumped up, hopped on the ropes. No other Smash player did that. I don't think any player in any other of the games did that when they won. You hopped up on the ropes, got hyped. Like, it was great. And then, there was a picture, and I will put this in, of, like, when he beat Zenodo, like, he was jumping up, just, like, super hyped that he won. And, like, it was just amazing. Also, that grand final set was tight. Like, I was worried he might not win. Zenodo won game 1. And as I said, talking with Nairo, and Nairo told him pick Cloud, and he ran it back with Cloud. But, like, even Anti winning with using multiple characters, sorry, people think, like, maybe I need to pick up a secondary. Maybe we actually are a counter picking game. Like, originally I did say that, but then at the same vein, I now just mostly use Solo Falco. But, Smash 4 is heading that way. But just, like, think about the image of Anti winning has. Like, just look at this picture when he entered in. Look how amazing this looks. Like, this is the person that won CEO. You can say that, look at this, and be happy. Like, that's big. Or this, like, even the statement that was on Twitter is, like, it's huge. Like, Smash years ago compared to Smash now. Look how far we've come. Look how big that is. Like, that's huge. Something Jabali said before we even started top 8 was not only was Smash 4 the most entrants at that CEO, it was the most entrants in CEO history. We'll get back to that later, but most entrants in CEO history. Think how big that is. And then, like, last year, the picture that he has of himself was in the Smash room. He did it with the Smashers. He did it again this year. Like, the picture this year, and the tweet says FGC, which Smash basically is an FGC now. Like, let's get real. But, like, he did it in the Smash room again. Like, that was also really cool. And then, yeah, sure, like, I would talk about prize pool differences and stuff. Like, Abba made a tweet where he made like $10 more getting let me double check because I'm not sure exactly. All right, he made $30 more getting 5th in Pokken than he did getting 4th in Smash 4, but Pokken had a $5,000 prize pool. So pot bonuses became a discussion, which hopefully Bear said he was going to do something for that. So that's good. It's good to get the discussion on the tables because hopefully that will change. That is nice if we have larger prize pools going up. Because sometimes, like, you think about it, of when someone wins an event, not all the times it's like, oh, I won out of this many people. But sometimes it's like, oh, I won this much money. Like, look at the international. Last time I checked, which was yesterday, it was at $16 million prize pool. 16 million. They invite 16 teams compete for 16 million. Now, the fact that 16 teams are competing is not important. It's the fact that it's 16 million on the line and growing. I probably will hit 20 million easily. I had like 24 million, which is definitely a possibility, which can't wait for international. It's going to be fun to watch. I want to go one year, but yeah, that's not in the cards right now. But after Smash 4 Top 8, I saw Andre was there, Beefuteki, and I hung out with him. At the time, he's actually my stepbrother. Oh no, brother-in-law. No, his stepbrother. Right the first time. I'm bad with the legal terms, but like he's actually my stepbrother. So we hung out at the event. And I hung out with him the whole time. And then, during Street Fighter we hung out, and we hung out after it. But like Domino puts up on Twitter, oh, we're doing a Falco round robin tournament. No, it's just a Falco only tournament featuring Fo Skate and McDareth, because like Fo messaged me, he's like, hey, what are you doing right now? Because him and Jarquaza were looking for a room. I was like, oh, you can stay in our room if you want, but so later stay with someone else, but they'll probably come by for friendly. So I told him like, yeah, you're more than welcome, come by our room. So I just told him like I'm gonna be watching Street Fighter, but people in there playing. So him and Jarquaza went over to our place to play with like Shofu subs and the people in our room who were there. They did a Falco tournament. I'm like watching Street Fighter, like, hey, you're getting a DQ'd from the tournament. I'm like, bro, I'm not showing up for a Falco only tournament. I don't know, man. The Ditto is something else. I would have wanted to play versus Foe in the Ditto because I'm pretty sure I would learn stuff from him. But like, I didn't want to leave Street Fighter, hang out with my brother to watch to do a Falco tournament. Then he did a random tournament that was still going on when I got back after going to Checkers and just talking with Andre for a bit. Honestly, I had to rewatch the end of Street Fighter because I was like falling asleep, and he offered to get me some alcohol, so I had some of that too. So I was out of it during the end of Street Fighter. But I know I can't remember his name. Jesus, I know Infiltration, but I can't remember his name. Is it Taquito? I think it's Taquito. Probably gonna crucify that's wrong, but whatever. But when Taquito won and was doing parries, pretty sure I was half asleep, a little drunk, but not drunk, like a little tipsy, which I had never been before, so that was a weird experience. Like I told Andre, like I felt hot and cold at the same time. I wasn't sure how to feel about that. I was like, oh yeah, that drink will do that to you. So that was interesting. But when I'm pretty sure he parried Infiltration Super, which I had never seen before. I know people went nuts. I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. I don't remember, so I need to rewatch that because it's probably really enjoyable. Because I like watching Street Fighter. That's what he won, and they showed the trailer at the end. It was pretty cool. The CEO was a really fun event, but went back to the room afterwards, played Pokken. I didn't join in with Smash because it was too many setups. I think, did we do a couple friendlies? No, I think we just switched to Pokken. So I was like, hey, you want to play Pokken? I'm like, oh, sure, I'll play Pokken. So we switched to Pokken. Fo was playing with, I think he played Dorigod, and Puff played him for a while. And then after they played, I joined in, and then Kami and Fo played. And then Domino and Fo played, and then it was fun to hang out with Fo. Fo was really awesome. But that was most of the stuff for CO, so we'll go through the pros and cons now before we wrap this up. This very, very long video. Or set of videos now. So let's see here. Okay, so the pros, CEO, obviously, the final day decision was the best way to handle it. I think not make it it was a competition, but it's not really unfriendly. It's just like, enter. If you want to get the last spot, enter. Like, get your community out here and show us the support that it takes to be a primetime slot. Like, Smash 4 was the main headliner right behind Street Fighter. And honestly, I loved it because Smash 4 proved that it could do it. Like, given that chance, we can do it. Like, Jabale even tweeted out, and people said Smash 4 on Sunday would be boring. It wasn't. It was hype. Like, so many characters showed up on that stage. Abba pulled out Pac-Man. People got hyped, and it still did something. It lost the next match, but as Pac-Man came back, it did something. People love that. Like, Hyuga with Toon Link, only Toon Link doing what he's doing up there, like, made top 8 and still making good runs. Zenotto, when I was talking to Hack about it, like, Zenotto played versus MJG in Brawl, Diddy Toon Link often, so he had experience in the matchup, and it showed because he was doing really well versus him. I remember this one point where he threw the bomb down, but he pulled another bomb. I think he would up air. He could have killed Zenotto, but he missed the chance there. Probably didn't think the bomb would hit or something else, but he missed his chance in that spot. Even I talked to Hack and Dom about it. I was like, did you ever think you would see Anti in the winner's side of Grand Finals in 2016? Like, honestly, in a summer major, I didn't think so. But it was awesome to see him there, and then for him to win, again, he sold that space better than anyone else, and it's important. Like, he's already sponsored now, but it's important to have people like that. It's like Smash 4 players are almost celebrities, almost. They have so many followers on Twitter, getting picked up by big notable teams. There's more sponsors, more big sponsors in Smash Bros as a whole than there are in fighting games, all fighting games. That's big. That's a huge notice. Now we have a large sponsor, Panda Global, who grew up from Smash Bros and sponsoring other games. It's just a big thing that's going on right now for the scene, and it's very cool that we got the chance and we proved that we could do it. So I really hope more tournaments give us the opportunity to show that, yes, we can do this. We can bring the hype. We can bring that Sunday slot and do it. Smash 4 at CEO had 60,000 viewers. 60,000. It was the number 2 watch stream on Twitch, Smash 4. That is huge. I think it was behind League of Legends, and above Dota 2. Both of them doing tournaments, like large tournaments. Dota had the international qualifiers going on the weekend, which I was watching when I would go to sleep at night, because if you don't know, I sleep watching Twitch because I'm on Twitch all the time. They said stream monster. So this like big tournaments are going on, and Smash 4 is in the middle. 60,000 viewers. That's huge. That's ridiculously huge. And like we showed that we can get up there and we can do it. We can sell it. Like the crowd was electric. Like it was great. I cannot wait for Evo. I'm sad we're not getting a chance at Evo, but I think Evo is gonna be so much fun for Smash 4 and Pokken. It's gonna be great. Top 8 entrances. I love them. I think it's so awesome at CEO that they do this. And like, of course, everyone that goes, you have it in your head what you would have picked. I had mine as well. Maybe I'll put a little clip of it in here for you. But it's great to have the ability to like have that entrance, but you need to sell it. And like we had players that sold it more than some other games did. Some other games you just walk up there. We had players that luchador masks with the Mexican flag, anti coming in making it rain, like just cool stuff that made it really awesome. And like the other thing about CEO, like I said, it's the tournament of dreams. There's just hype sets and hype ups and like upsets all over the place. CEO just like honestly, everyone should be training so much harder for Evo after what happened at CEO. Like it's that kind of big of what happened. But moving on to cons, nowhere near enough space for Smash 4. So like I said earlier, there's 4 setups for every pool. That's nowhere near enough. Not at all. And then there's 32 people for a pool with only 4 setups and only top 2. So you're playing every single match in that pool. Every single match has to be played, and you have 4 setups and 32 people. Like, it went over. Like, I think Logic said his doubles bracket took 4 hours or around there. Like, that's not okay because there's not enough setups. Like, this is the big thing. Like, a lot of this stuff is going to be all about this or something else I might have said before, but like being told that if you're not competing, leave the competition area because there's not enough space is an extreme oversight on the people running the tournament. Ridiculously so, especially when you know there's gonna be 900 people. Why are we in the corner of a room sharing a room with 2 other games? I get that this section is the Nintendo section, but like, come on, let's be reasonable. Like Bailey talked about, he's gonna probably get a new venue next year, so hopefully this doesn't happen again. But it's like some people aren't gonna come back. You might have just lost people coming back because of that. Also, there was no service in the menu. That's pretty big. It's like I can't look up upsets that might be happening. I can't tweet out the people, telling how I'm doing. I can't do any of that. Like when I tweeted how I was doing between Pokken, like I couldn't tweet at all. I just kept going. I got up, went out to the front, tweeted that, okay, it took a while to get the message out anyway. Tweeted, okay, I made it through. I overslept, but I still ran it through. We're going to be on stream. Went back and they were calling me for my match. Like it was like just that fast. Because hopefully if they do pick a new venue, definitely more space. Give Smash 4 more space and more setups. There's also no friendly setups. They like after all the brackets are done for the day, which guess what, day 1 they were never done, so you weren't playing any friendlies. After all the brackets were done for the day, then finally you could play some friendly setups. But until then, they were using them all the time because they were just like overtime. Like I got there to watch Kami set. I got to watch 2 matches of Kami's and then my pool started. I got over there an hour after Kami pool started. He had played 1 match. An hour. Like that's kind of the issues there. Like stuff like this has to be fixed. Hopefully I don't maybe anyone from CEO is going to watch this, but if you do, please. Smash 4 showed it can do it. Even Melee, just give them more room. I don't know. Melee didn't have the same issues because not as many people entered, honestly. But like, there were some super hype sets for Smash 4 happening in pools, and you expect people to just not watch? Like, come on, that makes no sense. Especially people who bought spectator passes. You sold spectator passes. I want to spectate. Means probably want to watch my friend play. Meaning, even if I'm not competing, I'm sitting in this room and I'm watching. Like, come on, let's think about this all the way through. It doesn't make sense to say that. And again, Smash 4 felt like a side event. Always with the last one. Like the other tournament, and the reason I keep bringing this up, because the other tournament that put a bad taste in my mouth was Big House last year. It was like, most days Smash 4 felt alright, but it was in its own room, gave it its own space, so I was fine. I was happy with that. We had our own stream, our own space to play, decent amount of time for friendlies on the setups, space to play, and all that stuff. 24-hour place you always go and play. Cool stuff. Problem was with Big House is when it came time to do our top 8. So we go to the room where Melee is, and all the vendors are there too, but whatever. We go to the room where Melee is. There are 3 projectors in that room. I think there was more than 3, but there was definitely, I can recall at least 3 in that room, all set up to watch tournament matches. Smash 4 got 2 of them. No, what happened on the other stream? They were doing like a cast of some sort, like analyzing their own top 8 during Smash 4 top 8 and taking an entire projector on the main stage. Isn't there a whole other room where you could do this? Oh yes, there is. So like, me and Shofu got there and like sat down to watch, and we had to move because they weren't using the projector. It made no sense. We had to move over to the other side of the room because everyone is crammed on this one side to watch the projectors. It's like, I don't know. It was really dumb. They shouldn't have done that. Really, really should not. But they did. So, it is what it is, I guess. And that just, I don't know. It put a bad taste in my mouth of being a side event. I get it's a Melee tournament. Even at Genesis, Smash 4 did not feel like a side event at Genesis. It did not. Like, at Genesis, it felt like you are a tournament here. We respect you. We give you your space. Here you go. We had 2 streams. Another big thing at CEO. Melee was signed up to have 2 streams for Melee. Smash 4 was signed up to have 1. I know something happened and a secondary stream basically fell through on the first day, messed up commentaries. This thing with Dom where he went to CEO pretty much to commentate. I even made his commentary reel for him. And like, he got no commentary slot, which is really messed up. But he's already talked about that, so I won't do that here. And like, so what I was saying from that is like, the second stream didn't happen. They had pulled over to do the main stream for Smash, and Gimmer had to do the main stream for the entire tournament the whole weekend. Is what it is, I guess. But like, when I looked at the schedule, Melee had 2 streams set up. Smash 4 had 1. Excuse me, this is the tournament, the game that is happening right before the final game. Most entrants at this tournament, most entrants in this tournament's history. Why does it have 1 stream? Another thing is like, something Shofu told me is like I said, the middle stream was for Pokken, but when they weren't using it, they were double showing the Melee side. There's more people here for Smash 4. Why are you showing 2 Melee things of pools in Melee where people are just getting washed? When the Smash 4 is happening, it's just like tons of hype upsets are coming, tons of hype matches are going on, and like not being recorded, not being shown, and all this stuff. I don't know. It's just it's odd decisions there. Another issue, like I said before, Pokken Top 8 happening at the same time as Smash 4 Top 16 in the same room, right next to each other, was really, really big oversight. That should not have happened. It should not. They should have definitely... Pokken should have been in the ring. Maybe Nintendo said they couldn't, but it really should have been in the ring. Definitely could have shown that it could have done it. That was another thing. Pokken definitely should have been in the ring. It wasn't, and because of that... Because the thing is, like, if it's not in this space devoted to itself and you're next to another tournament when it's going on, yes, people are going to cheer for the other one, but they're not cheering for the other one despite you. They're just cheering for their game. So you can't really be upset at the Smash 4 players for cheering for Smash 4 while Pokken Grand Finals is going on. It's like, what do you expect? So, yeah, that was unfortunate, but hey, it did happen. Hopefully next year they fix that. So, that's pretty much it for CEO. Oh no, there's one other thing. My friends left me a nice little friend on my Wii U for Pokken when I turned it on. So, there's also that. Besides that, that was it for CEO. And that wraps up all the videos. Thank you guys for sticking through all this. In the future with these kind of things, like I said, I want to do like talks about improving it of player, things like that I want to get into later on with this series. I want to do more tournament coverage with this series, but definitely going to not do 3 tournaments at once because this video is going to be a lot of work to put together. Just because I need to basically re-listen to it and add in all the pictures and everything that I just discussed. So yeah, we're definitely gonna keep this up because I actually really enjoyed this. I thought this was very enjoyable, and I like to be able to share these kind of experiences with people. But definitely missed some stuff out. Like there was a story from Apex I want to tell. I'll just tell now, I guess, of like before we left to go back to the house. It might have been day 2, I guess. Void and I went over either day 1 or day 2, but we went over just play some friendlies for a little bit, and like, I mean, he's wearing a CLG jersey, and like people came over like, oh, that's Void. I'm gonna get in line to play him. So we were just playing for a bit. Can I get next game? Like, okay, sure, you can get next game. And the guy comes, can I get next game? There's a line is forming of people wanting to play Void. I'm just sitting there with my controller plugged in on my phone, like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just wait here. Whenever you guys are done. And see Void was playing Falco though, and he's like, yeah, I need advice. Like, oh, you want Falco advice? You ask that guy. He's one of the best Falcos. So that felt pretty good, and I got to live up to that eventually. But you know, one day in 2 years.